I have been singing this song to many Nigerians, to you guys, and some of you have been thinking it's a joke. Well, think again. Because the moment we said that the government of Nigeria is bent on making sure that Nigeria becomes an exporting economy, Nigeria will not import anything that Nigeria can produce. That was the moment everybody in Nigeria decided to move into trying to produce something. And I've been saying to my dear followers, my lovely people here, guys, wake up, start production. Guess what? Nigeria is currently on the race to end importation of many things from China, from America, from Europe, from any other part of the world into Nigeria. Nigeria is on the phase of destroying the market in China, the European market, the American market, the Asian market, with the things that they are doing. And this is going to happen. Believe me, it's over. Nigeria will destroy that market that China has with Africa. Nigeria will destroy that market that Europe has with Africa, where they bring us finished products of low quality and, of course, collect all our money. Begin to say goodbye to them very soon. And that is only because of the level at which factories are popping up in Nigeria. The level at which factories are popping up in Nigeria. I think at the very moment as I'm talking to you now, China should be scared. Europe should be scared. America is already panicking. You understand? They should worry about their future in Africa because it's over for them. I'm telling you, my bro, it's over. I look up on TikTok nowadays and I look at the fabric sector. Very few Nigerians nowadays will be going to China to import all these polos and all this stuff. Because even normal tailors in Nigeria now, the only thing they buy is fabric. They are producing it in masses. They are producing it in masses. And that is the level at which production, Nigeria is overtaking these guys in the speed of light. People will not see it coming before they will blink their eye and open. Nigeria will become the biggest exporter in Africa. The biggest exporter, one of the biggest exporters in the world. So, where to inspire me to come to this video? Where is the inspiration coming from? And why do I have the audacity to say that Nigeria is about to destroy business for China and Europe? Nigeria is about to end Chinese control, Chinese dominance, European control, European dominance on the African market. Look at what is happening now. It will shock you. Just this week, as I'm talking to you now, just this week, the governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, one of my favorite governors in Nigeria. You understand? Man don't do well for Lagos. Even though not as people expect, but he don't try. So Babajide Sanwo-Olu just inaugurated the largest safety shoe factory in the entire West Africa. You understand? The largest safety shoe factory in the entire West Africa. We all know what is safety shoes. Safety shoes is what contractors wear to go and do work at the roads. Contractors wear to do work everywhere, in factories everywhere. Safety shoe is one of the most imported shoe brands into Africa. And because no African is producing it the way it's supposed to be produced. So all the contractors in Africa, from builders, civil engineers, road construction workers, factory workers, all of them put on safety shoe. You cannot work in a factory. You cannot work in a construction company. You cannot do any kind of civil engineering related work without putting on safety shoes. And this market for safety shoe, you can go check up the value. There are Nigerians, there are Africans who have made millions of dollars just importing safety shoes from China into Africa. But guess what? Sorry for you guys, because it's about to end. You're no longer going to import from China. You are no longer going to import from Europe. You're no longer going to import from America. Because right now, Nigeria has got the Yikodin shoe factory that's located in Lagos. They didn't pay me for this. I just love to see that Nigeria is rising. I just love to see that finally Africa is having a hope. Africa is getting a chance to freedom. Africa is getting that glimpse of hope that we can actually depend on ourselves. So as you can see, the factory is up and you can see Nigerians working. One thing you will begin to notice in all these factories in Nigeria is what? Nigerian engineers. Because when you look at this factory, you're going to see only Nigerians. This is how the unemployment is going to be solved. This is how all the insecurities will be solved, because once all these youths are busy working in factory, everybody will be thinking, what am I creating? What am I innovating? What am I bringing to the table? What am I doing? What am I doing? And that's how more and more people will be busy. And so there will be less and less trouble for Nigeria police, Nigeria military to be dealing with. And before you know, people will now be leaving other parts of Africa to go and look for a job in these factories. You cannot tell me that Babajide Sanwo-Olu will leave his office to go and inaugurate a small factory. It's not small. It's a very big safety shoe factory that will make Nigeria proud, that will make Africa proud, that will reduce a burden from our government. I've always said it before and I'll say it again. If Nigeria can consume, only Nigeria alone, Nigeria doesn't even need other African countries, because this is a population of 300 million people we are talking about. If Nigerians alone can consume made in Nigeria products, only Nigerians, Nigeria will still be very okay, because the population is there, the market is there. But that's not the goal. The goal is for Nigeria to put an end to Chinese control in the African market, to put an end to European control in the African market. And that's why these factories must serve as a blessing to Ghana, a blessing to Cameroon, a blessing to Central Africa, Kenya, and all other African countries. So every African should be applauding Nigeria now. Every African should be celebrating this progress. I don't know why these things not a trend. You understand? These things cannot trend. I don't know why. People are busy advertising how to go and buy in Chinese factories, how to go and buy in European factories, how to go to Turkey and buy. Meanwhile, Nigeria and Africans are busy building factories every single day. And then yet, we complain that the government is the problem. We must first of all change our mindset. We must change the way we look at things. Because if we cannot think like the Chinese, we cannot become China. China only became China because they said, we are not going to buy Americans' technology, we are going to make our own technology. We are not going to buy European technology, we are going to make our own technology. If America release Cybertruck today, Chinese have their own Cybertruck. Elon Musk remove a new technology today, the next thing China is doing is to try to create their own, that same technology that is even better than the Americans. And that's why China is what they are. So every African must have that mindset that if these Westerners are producing this kind of cloth, we must be able to produce it in Africa. If they are producing this kind of cars, we must be able to produce it in Africa. So that in case they want to ship in anything to us, we will be telling them, okay, we are also going to sell you this. Let the trade be balanced. Africa can never be rich when Africa is only importing from China, importing from Europe, importing from America. That's why you and I, as Africans, we must be grateful for what these Nigerians are doing. You get it? We must be proud. We must see it with joy. We must see it, we must embrace it and be ready to consume. So the next thing I'll be asking you as a Nigerian is, what's the business you're planning to do? The other business you can simply do now is just look for where this factory is in Nigeria. Don't complain that the government is not working in Nigeria. You are a mumu person if you are doing that. This is already a factory. All you need to do is go to this factory in Nigeria now and create a business link with them and start looking for clients in Cameroon, clients in Ghana, even in other parts of Nigeria. All you do, go to the factory, get from the factory and distribute. You go make money, a lot of money. You will not have time to be complaining and shouting, the government is this, the government is that. Entrepreneurs make every country. Every country is built by people who think smart, who say, no, I have to wake up and do something. That thing you're doing for yourself, you don't know you're doing it for your country. As you're making money, your country is making money. You're saving lives. Everybody is benefiting. You understand? And so The government is trying to put in the laws, to put in the rules, to bring in the factories, to prioritize productivity in Nigeria, prioritize Nigerians who want to start manufacturing. So it's about time for Nigerians who love business. I know that you guys love business. There's a new headline in town. Go to the factory in Lagos, because now safety shoe will no longer be imported into Nigeria and Africa, because we can produce our own. It depends now on you how you want to get into the business. Shout out to Nigeria government, shout out to Oga Sanwo-Olu, and shout out to the owner of this factory, all these people who are making sure that the Chinese dominance and the European dominance should end in Africa. It is what it is. Your boy Jim Maxi on this one again. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, guys, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.